now Patrick Osoi, a presidential aspirant who, of course, says that is going to be the president of Kenya. He's been trending, of course. Why? Because he formed a movement dubbed FBI, Fighting Brutality and Impunity. And of course, this movement is aimed at punishing the police officers who are actually maiming and killing Kenyans. So this move, of course, is a threat to Ruto because this shows that the army will gang up against the police. Na hiyo ikifanyika inamaanisha kwamba the army is going to take over very soon. So there are reasons as to why Ruto is actually afraid of Osoi na hawezi tolerate Osoi aendelee na hizo maneno because in Burkina Faso it began this way, and now the president of Burkina Faso, Nani Traore, who of course rose as a military leader, and now Mudavadi warned Kenyans that Kenya is ended this direction.
Mimi najaribu kuambia kwamba zile serikali ambazo ni military governments, serikali za majeshi, serikali ambazo zimeingia kwa njia ya kupindua serikali, sio kupitia kwa ballot, don't be cheated. A civilian government elected by the people is better than any military government.
Kenya isikubali military ichukue serikali. And now we are seeing Osoi rising, wanting to, of course, he wants to take in the serikali ya Kenya. Now, there are reasons as to why this Osoi man is so strong. And of course, this Osoi man might be enjoying support from the USA. Yeah. Now, one, anti-corruption. He's been championing for, he's been advocating Kenya Kwe free of corruption, as in what to watch corruption. Of course, this government is mad with corruption all over. And now, Osoi's transparency push aligns with the US goals for stable and, of course, fair governance. Remember, America has been castigating corruption in Kenya. In fact, America's government has been denying leaders wa Kenya loans because wanasema kwamba Kenya kuna corruption na hawawezi pay loan. So, if they see a leader who is coming up strong and, of course, championing for anti-corruption, they will actually, support that leader. Two, military ties. Remember, Osoi has US Army experience and counterterrorism expertise. Osoi has worked in US before, in the army. And of course, this makes him, have military ties with the Americans. And of course, he knows how he can convince the other states, America or whatever country, uko nje, to of course support Kenya. And of course, ukiona mtu anasema kwamba he wants to be the president, this guy has organized himself and ameona kwamba kuna path anazatumia akuwe rais. And of course, I've seen on Twitter, the government has come up with hashtags to destroy Osoi. People are saying that, we'll arrest him, whatever. As per now, I believe he's arrested, and of course, he's yet to be produced before the courts. But the thing here is, this guy is enjoying support, and of course, his strong ties, his army experience, his US Army experience, and counterterrorism expertise may earn US military backing. Yeah, the fact that amefanya kazi na American Army or whatever, this may earn him backing from the military ya majuu. Now, the third point is youth appeal. Osoi is a Gen Z. Of course, he's just 35 years. He's still a young man. And of course, the fact that he's appealing to the Gen Zs, this is a big threat to William Samoei Ruto. Because, remember, Osoi's Gen Z support aligns with US promotion of democratic engagement. Remember, USA has been promoting the young people, Pia Rise. Last year's, Gen Z revolution was actually backed by the Americans. And Americans say that the president of Kenya should actually listen to the people. Inafaa awapatie chance ya pia kukua leaders he can. That's why you see now, even remember the last elections, Raila Odinga did not enjoy support from America. Actually, America will support, William Ruto because they saw that William Ruto is younger and, of course, energetic. The same way, Osoi appeals to the young people. And, of course, America will see him as a potential leader who can, of course, liberate the country and, of course, asaidie Kenya iendelee. Now, that's the third point. The fourth point is economic reforms. His plans for economic and security stability match USA interest. Yeah, he's being, of course, talking about economy and kila kitu. So, you see, these are just some 4 points I've explained here in this analysis. And of course, this shows that this guy, if at all, the government won't destroy him, the same way I'm seeing Wandakum destroy, this guy can be a big threat to William Samoei, even more than Gachagua, because the fact that he's the ex-soldier anaweza enjoy support from the military ya Kenya because he's a ex-soldier. That's all. And the fact that this guy is young, of course, he's appealing to the Gen Zs. And the fact that this has happened before in Africa. Remember, Burkina Faso, the same thing happened. Traore is the same age as Osoi. And of course, the fact that it has happened in Burkina Faso, it can happen in Kenya. And of course, and that is the fear the president does not want to face. In fact, the president has now ordered the DCI actually to as in they should amewambia hawa watu utafuteni na mwashike wote. There's no way I am going to allow the military to take over this country. And remember, Mudavadi himself was sent by Ruto. Ambia Wakenya kwamba musikubali military ichukue serikali ya Kenya. No. And this shows openly that indeed Ruto sees there's a big gap, there's a big chance that the military of Kenya can take over this country because the country is unstable, and of course there is constant demonstrations every day. Na hii inaonyesha kwamba if Ruto akilegea kidogo, the military will actually take over the country. And remember, Ruto himself aliona hii akachukua David Keter akamweka commander wa army because he knew very well that if at all, sorry, ajeka mtu wake pale, he can, count himself out anytime. And now, Osoi being ex-soldier, and of course, having experience na kila kitu, is perceived to be a threat to William Ruto. Remember, William Ruto, whoever challenges his leadership becomes his enemy. Now, in fact, kama wewe ni ex-army and you want to do it the Burkina Faso way, in fact, Ruto can hate you because he knows very well that there is a big potential for you to take power from him. And there's nothing president anaogopa kama military. All presidents in the world wanaogopa the army na wanaogopa any opponent who is perceived to be ex-army ama ex-whatever, because wanajua kwamba this guy has, of course, anajua kila kitu about the government, and you can do anything to actually manipulate the system. And remember, even before, we have seen armies taking over. We have seen even in Zimbabwe, Mugabe akitolewa kwa power through the army. We even saw in Uganda, Idi Amin took power courtesy of the army. So you see now, army is a body that of course is feared by all leaders in the world. So tell me, do you think, this guy is actually a threat to William Samoei Ruto? Comment then, of course, we meet in the next video. Adios. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dota Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.